Right now, we're a report on some of the weapons in this war. We all know the weapons of the insurgents: the car bombs, the suicide vests, the IEDs, the mortars and the rockets, relatively low-tech weapons. The U.S. has a far more high-tech arsenal. As Gary Tuchman reports, the Predator is one of the U.S. military's most effective tools for tracking down and eliminating insurgents. Take a look.
Take a close look at the truck with the gun. The U.S. Air Force believes it's being operated by insurgents near Baghdad. But not for long. The target is destroyed by a missile. Similar situation within this red circle. The Air Force says it has evidence insurgents operate on that floor of the building. They decide to call in the missiles. It may look like a video game, but it's very real. What took the clear video images? What dropped the Hellfire missiles? This small plane that you see landing. It's called the Predator, and there's no human being inside of it. Major John Dagley is a pilot on the ground, controlling the missiles and, yes, flying the Predator from a hangar at the U.S.'s busiest military airport in Balad, Iraq.
I am still flying the plane, basically traditionally like a regular plane.
The Predator utilizes two cameras. One is right here on the nose of the plane, and the other one, the more sophisticated one, is down here under the plane. This aircraft weighs 2,250 pounds. It's almost like a toy plane. Weighs less than 7 big NFL linebackers.
It only flies 75 miles an hour and is very quiet, so it's virtually unnoticeable in the sky, as this guy is about to find out the hard way. The Air Force says this man is an insurgent who is planning to fire mortars into the Balad Air Base.
Sure enough, there's somebody with the tube already set up, getting ready to attack the base.
Captain Eric Hendrickson was in the pilot's seat when he pointed the cameras at this man.
He dropped one round in the mortar tube, it went off, and then they went to drop a second round in, and it was a dud. And at that time, obviously I knew we were being attacked, so I started preparing my aircraft to counterattack.
But the attacker then got in his car and started driving off with the companion. The camera continued to follow them, with the men having no idea that they only had moments left to live. Other vehicles were on the street, though.
It's a small enough warhead that we knew that we could take the car out, but if another vehicle was coming by, it shouldn't hurt anybody inside.
So how accurate is it?
Big picture, I'd say you can hit within a foot.
The button was pushed, and the men were never seen again. The camera then photographed another man throwing the mortar tube into a body of water. That tube is now in the Air Force hangar, the military recovering it to prevent it from being used again. F-16s are also used for reconnaissance and attack missions. They use laser-guided bombs and are much faster.
The plane can go twice the speed of sound.
But they can't fly for as long as the Predator, which sometimes hovers over a suspect for as much as a day. The Balad base is a major target.
The majority of the time when the base gets attacked, we have manned or unmanned aircraft over the base.
Before we left, we all had to hit the ground because radar picked up an incoming mortar attack that landed close to us, but caused no casualties. And it was a fortunate day for the attacker because the Predators and F-16s were elsewhere.